Yeah, so let's talk about the reboot and the continuity because we were having a discussion earlier about it. So where does this Halloween fit into the Halloween universe? What changed? What did they retcon, etc.?
So I've only seen the original Halloween and this one, but like from what I know of the other movies, I'm pretty sure those are the only two that like exist within this universe. So I think Halloween 2 is like out the window, and there's like there were 9 sequels. And then definitely both the Rob Zombie remakes, those are out. So it's only the original and this one that like exists within the universe. And there's like a lot of great callbacks to it. Two big ones are, Laurie, who's Jamie, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, her granddaughter sitting in this classroom listening to a lecture on like destiny and stuff, just like her grandma was in the original. And she looks outside, but instead of Michael Myers, it's her grandma. It's Laurie.
Looking at her across the street.
Yeah, like looking at her across the street, like staring in through the shades and everything. There's a really great callback, like right near the end. Michael Myers and like Laurie, they're fighting in her house, and he like pushes her off this balcony. He stabs her once, like punches her, throws her off this balcony.
She's knocked out.
She's knocked out on the ground. He hears her granddaughter coming in the front door, and he like turns around, and then he turns back to look at the ground, and like Laurie's gone, just like the original.
And it plays like the same
Yeah,
music.
it was so good. That was a great moment in the movie.
There's like a little point where like the granddaughter is walking with her friends, and like one of her friends goes like, "Wait a minute, your grandmother didn't she used to say like didn't they say that she was actually Michael Myers' sister?" And then the granddaughter goes, "Oh no, that was just a bunch of bullshit some other people made up." I didn't expect that joke. That was a really cool homage, a little reference. But then like the one with her falling out the window and not being here, that was one I expected. Like as soon as it started to happen.
Oh, I didn't expect that. That's funny that you did.
It's being knowledgeable about horror.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Genre geek right here.
Wow.
I thought the homages were pretty nice, just because it's sort of like a way to pay respect to the original while still showing that you want to be different. The homages were not something that I had a problem with in this movie. They're obviously going to make another one, and I am kind of disappointed by that, just because make new content, like push it forward. And so it's kind of disappointing to me that we're just, again, getting set up for like a Halloween universe, sort of Halloween cinematic universe.
Theo hates fun.
Gee, wow.
I'm
You just
kidding.
didn't like the hot.
Theo does hate fun.
Oh, okay. All right, so moving on to the next topic, we kind of want to talk about the characterization and progression of Laurie from the original to now. Like, what has changed? What are they trying to do with her character? What's the next stage? I mean, obviously they're setting up a sequel, so where does Laurie and her character fit into that?
I actually thought, so Jamie Lee Curtis she did really well in this film. I thought, reprising that role, and it was interesting to see how her character developed, just because, at least from the trailers, it made it seem like she was going to be like, kind of like just like this straight up badass lady, but I kind of like how it sort of delved into like this emotionality that she had. Like she was really struggling with this still, and she finally was sort of able to confront her past by the end, and I sort of like that. I actually like that aspect of the film, but I kind of wanted to see sort of like more direct conflict between her and Michael Myers. Like we get that whole sequence at the end, but I really wanted to have like an aspect where she was sort of like hunting him down almost. I thought that would have been so cool, but we didn't get that, and so that was kind of disappointing. I feel like that sort of brief conflict that we did get was like their version of resolving her past emotional issues, but I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more in other ways, whether it was like her hunting him down, whatever. And also, I do think going forward, though, I do think there's definitely going to be, in the next movie, there's definitely going to be more exploration and focus on the daughter and granddaughter.
I do agree that they are going to, moving forward, kind of have Jamie Lee Curtis step down from her reprising role and almost bring in Judy Greer, Laurie's daughter, and and the granddaughter kind of step up. And I mean, you could already see that Judy Greer, like she shot Michael in the face, and then Laurie's granddaughter, she like took Michael's knife and started stabbing him. So you can definitely tell that they're both strong characters. I agree with Theo also that in the trailers that right, that I thought that Jamie Lee Curtis was going to be a badass throughout the entire film, but it did show her being almost soft and emotional. And right here on my notes, I even said that she tries to mask her scared emotions like Michael. She tries to mask her scared emotions like Michael, and but she's actually like scared and soft on the inside. But then when push comes to shove, she ends up like kicking Michael's ass, and giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, well, I think they do a good job of showing she's like prepared and stuff, but that it's like been unhealthy, like it's kind of an unhealthy coping mechanism. Like, she was right in the end. It's kind of the same thing with like Terminator 2. It's like, she's right. She's like preparing for a reason and a good reason, and it works out. But like it doesn't help her relationship, with her daughter and like with society as a whole. And she's clearly like using this like coping as like because she's like so damaged. But can we go into like predictions? But yeah, you guys did. So I think the granddaughter's gonna be another killer. Honestly,
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, because
it could be.
Because
I like that.
Yeah, so the granddaughter, because the granddaughter just spends so much time with New Loomis, who turns out to be like have like this weird obsession with Michael, and like also wants to be a serial killer and like helps him escape and everything. She like spends so much time with him, and, like hearing him say all this stuff about like getting into the mind of a serial killer, and all this. And then she at the end she like grabs the knife and stabs him, and then she like keeps holding the bloody knife.
Yeah,
and
that's
the last shot of the movie is just like zooming in on the bloody knife still in her hand. As we also see or don't see Michael's body, like as it goes back to like the flaming basement and like Michael's gone. So you can either see that as like, oh, Michael like escaped somehow, or I was kind of seeing it as like his like spirit escaped and like went into her maybe. Hopefully not actually that supernatural of a way, but I think I think
sequel, I would be open to a sequel of that.
Theo's liking it.
Yeah,
wow.
so there you go. She shouldn't wear the mask though. When New Loomis put on the mask, I thought they were gonna go that direction with New Loomis becoming like the shape, but thank God they didn't. That was gonna be so bad. I would have like walked out of the theater, honestly.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do final thoughts about Halloween and then wrap it up. All right.
I feel like it struggled with tonal consistencies, just because it could have been so much better as a horror movie, or so much better as like a satirical comedy, and it just couldn't choose which one it wanted to be. And at the end, it was kind of neither for me, so I didn't really enjoy it because of that. But the homages were nice, and there were some nice aspects to it, so not total hate.
So overall, I mean, I personally really liked the film. I thought that Jamie Lee Curtis reprised her role very well, and the new soundtrack, I liked it a lot. I just have to throw that out there. It was really well done. The fact that they set up a whole new universe was awesome. I mean, I think that's a great idea, especially for Universal and Blumhouse Productions. That's going to bring in a lot of money. And we didn't really go into it, but I thought they used the Blumhouse model, a low-budget film, and made a good movie out of it. Like, it was a fun, good movie to watch. And overall, I think it's done well in the box office so far, and it has great ratings. So kudos to them.
I go good with Halloween. It's a very fun horror movie. It's nice. It's very well made. There's a lot of mechanical issues with it, but those mechanical issues are like just part of the genre you have to accept. And they don't do a lot to like overcome them, but they're not like detrimentalized by them either. I had a very fun time. It's a very good movie. I'd recommend it. It's not better than the original. It's not better than the original.
Yeah, so back to what I first said. I think it's definitely more of an action slasher than a horror slasher. And with like action movies comes like more comedic like lighthearted tone. So go in if you want to see if you want to see like blood splattered all over the screen and like bodies mangled and stuff. But don't go in if you want to be like cowering behind your like jacket it's fun, enjoyable. I'd watch it. Even if you wanted it to be more of a horror movie, I think you'll still have fun.
Okay. So that concludes episode 2 of Cinema Post Bunch. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.